Welcome to the review of 2036. What a crazy year that was. At the end of 2036, we reflect back on the recent U.S. presidential election and await the new president to be sworn in next month. President-elect Julian Castro now moves into the world spotlight, embodying the changing demographics of America. The usual two-party system was disrupted by the arrival of fresh political movements, which came to life due to an increasingly diverse and vocal electorate. The presence of third-party candidates such as former YouTuber Destiny became prevalent. We even witnessed the formation of a coalition government, something that has seldom been seen in U.S. history, which Castro will lead. The role of technology was crucial in this election. Social media's capacity to shape public opinion and rally voters was stronger than ever before. Candidates became adept at virtual campaigning, forming connections with voters through engaging digital experiences. Of course, this digital revolution wasn't without its pitfalls. The spread of misinformation became more rampant and making it difficult for voters to separate truth from lies. Cyber threats also emerged as a significant concern, with losing candidate Donald Trump Jr. vocally accusing Castro of crossing the line. Looking back at the election, artificial intelligence was most definitely employed to anticipate the election results. We witnessed the further adoption of digital voting, making it supposedly simpler for citizens to exercise their democratic rights. The way the U.S. navigated the risks and benefits brought about by these technological advancements continues to cause debate. After all that, we have a Castro back in the Oval Office, not Fidel, but Julian. In 2036, we saw the continued rise of China to become the world's largest economy. This monumental ascent, brought about by its formidable economic engine, saw China finally officially dethrone the United States from its long-held position. However, this power transition was not without its attendant tensions. The political landscape has changed since the military operations in Taiwan back in 2029, and after effects of which are still being felt. Strategic shipping lanes was a hotbed of geopolitical contention, becoming a focal point of these tensions. Trade wars, harking back to the early 21st century, found renewed relevance after the South China Sea incident in the summer. The battle for technological supremacy escalated, with intellectual property theft and cyber espionage becoming commonplace. As the world grew more interconnected, the stakes of this digital Cold War became higher than ever before. Put simply, it is now China versus the world. One must not overlook China's treatment of Taiwan and appeasement of North Korea following Kim Jong-un's death in 2034. North Korea remains as volatile as ever under new stewardship. A sweeping project to build global trade and infrastructure networks had a significant impact on shaping international alliances. The dragon's roar grew louder, but going into 2037, we must ask, did it breathe fire or smoke? Strapped in, we look back at the landscape of 2036, where technological advancements had redefined our reality. The future's so bright you gotta wear VR goggles, and artificial intelligence has become an everyday companion. It has become an essential part of our life, from homes to workplaces. Robots, once confined to factories, are now assisting in daily tasks and medical procedures. Children have started to learn individualized curriculums under AI's guidance. Quantum computing, a term once known only to tech nerds, drove every sector in 2036. It decoded previously unsolvable codes, aided in medical miracles, and optimized logistics, bringing efficiency to businesses. However, with AI and robots prevalent, questions arose this year about our critical thinking abilities and the impact on the human workforce. The code-breaking abilities of quantum computers also raise privacy concerns. These are not just technological, but ethical and governance issues too. The technologically rich landscape of 2036 called for stricter laws and regulations that can keep pace. Compulsory chips in newborn babies, once seen as dystopian, have now become the norm though. As we look back at 2036, we recall dramatic climate events. The Pacific bore testament to lethal typhoons which killed thousands in the Philippines back in April, while Europe battled intense heat waves. Weather unpredictability caused havoc worldwide, with rising sea levels threatening coastal cities and severe droughts making arid lands more desolate. Conversely, regions like the Gulf states, unaccustomed to heavy rainfall, experienced devastating floods. Amid these adversities, humanity's resilience had surfaced. Countries have generally united, devising comprehensive disaster management plans, with the exception being the Greece and Turkey conflict, in a dispute over water supply that the international community is currently negotiating a ceasefire for. Drones had expedited rescue missions, and eco-friendly tech had aided sustainable rebuilding. The reminiscence of 2036 drove home that we weren't just racing against time, but battling the consequences of our past actions. Through resilience, technological advancement, and global unity, we showed that we are weathering the storm. As 2036 draws close, we remember the notable figures who left us, contemplating the profound ways they transformed our world. Among the global leaders we lost were Vladimir Putin, a titan of Russian politics until his death, whose departure has reverberated globally. His legacy, marked by his firm control and suppression of dissent, continued to influence Russia and the world. The celebrity world mourned the loss of Mick Jagger at 93, just 3 years after his final concert on his 90th birthday. Broadcasting your death at a predetermined time became a craze on social media this year, despite taste concerns. So, in 2036, as we reflect on those we have lost and look forward to the new year, we also celebrate the enduring legacies that those we lost left behind. Happy New Year, and here's to 2037.